This video is actually by request of the Sammy Jenkins Experience 4996. Yesterday, they left a comment on one of my other videos and said, when I heard about the UnitedHealthcare CEO getting unalived, and that the motive appears to be related to the company's business practices, specifically in regard to denying health claims, I knew there'd be a video coming from the world's worst SJW. Don't disappoint me, bro. I have no problem saying the word killed, and if the algorithm decides that my videos are not good enough for ads, that's fine. You know, sometimes the topic, maybe if the topic is something that they're trying to keep ads off of, you should just go with it and respect the platform that gives you ads on so many other of your videos. I don't have to get ads on every, like, what am I going to get, like 2 cents anyway? I get like 100 people who watch every video. That's it, you know? So, like, unalived. Where have we come to where the new speak that we have to say just, like, infects the comments that we write, that you're not monetized on that comment. Why did you write it that way, you know? Anyways, first off, I want to say, just my opinion here, you should probably live your life such that when you die, people from both the right and the left don't come together and handshake and say, yeah, that's kind of ironic and funny, and we should just post a whole bunch of memes for days about how you are no longer alive. And, you know, just the schadenfreude of thinking that that's the karma for what you did in your life. You know, like, if that is what is happening when you die, then, like, wow. Something went wrong somewhere. Or at least fire the PR team at UnitedHealthcare for making it seem like their CEO is fair game. You know? It seems like my feed has been inundated with a lot of gallows humor and a lot of jokes and a lot of callousness. And I like to think that I have the coping skills to regulate my initial emotional reaction to something and think about, like, how do I want to be perceived by people. And yeah, I did find a few of the memes funny. The initial one that spread was, you know, my thoughts and prayers are out of network, you know, or how do we know that the bullet wasn't already there? Sounds like a pre-existing condition. Maybe the guy was just firing blanks. You know, or his life insurance policy now has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. All of that, you know, while I get gallows humor, and I've used it to cope through a lot of situations that I've had in my life. On a serious note, when murder happens, you don't blame the victim, you know. And we just had an example where with the attempted assassination of Trump, like, you don't, like, praise the shooter and say, well, the things that Trump did in his life were so bad. Like, no, murder is murder, right? And it would be akin to blaming a victim of rape and saying, you know, what clothes was she wearing? You know, how did she lead the guy on, right? If you say, oh, well, what job did he have? And what was the ultimate repercussion of the job? You know, even if he didn't get his hands dirty himself, his underlings were denying care for people. So it's the logic is the same. It's victim blaming. And as the world's worst SJW, I'm just going to take a step back from most of all the other SJWs that you're going to see and say, like, maybe I'm so bad at being an SJW that I just see that we should apply the same concept of don't blame the victim to maybe all victims of all sorts of horrific crimes. So yeah, that's my take on it, but I understand that gallows humor season is not yet over, and I do not hold it against you if that's how you get through these trying times this Christmas season, is by spreading a few more memes about the guy. You know, the internet's going to internet. In addition to that, I've heard a lot of personal stories of people having their claims denied by their healthcare companies, UnitedHealthcare in particular. So I want to share some of my stories as a clinician. Just, you know, a therapist trying to work in a private practice here, right? And the first one is that a month before this happened, this killing of UnitedHealthcare's CEO, UnitedHealthcare decided that everyone working for a certain pay-through portal, and I'll name it, it's Alma, everyone who had clients that were being seen with UnitedHealthcare and billing through Alma, the reimbursement rate for therapists such as myself for the CPT code 90837, which is 60 minutes of therapy, we all had our pay reduced. And I'm not allowed to say by how much because I don't know what other clinicians make. And, you know, contractually, they've actually put it in the contract. If you say the exact amount, that you will be kicked off of their network, you know, or at least that portal way of connecting through their network. And a lot of us use that pay-through portal company, Alma, because if I were to get paneled with UnitedHealthcare myself, I would have less bargaining power, and so I would be given a different rate of reimbursement, which would be lower. So we all joined Alma. It's kind of like a union in that respect, in that they collectively bargain for us, and for next year, we are assuming by what happened to my pay rate, we're all going to make 5% less per hour just because they think that people like me need to be making less. Now, Alma's not taking a portion of this and then like passing it off as like UnitedHealthcare did this. No, that's not the kind of company that Alma is. I actually pay monthly a flat rate to be on the Alma platform. So they don't take a percentage. This is directly coming from UnitedHealthcare, and we all who have Alma as a portal that we provide through, we all got the same email stating that, you know, you being paneled with UnitedHealthcare, you're going to make this much less. And we all had, when you go into the portal, you look at your rates of reimbursement, and you get to see the math. Like, they're actually saying, like, hey, you know, it might be for this month this rate, but like, you know, coming up soon it's this rate, and it about 5% less. And usually when you work a regular job, you know, a salary position somewhere, you expect your pay to go up around the same as the inflation goal of like 2 to 3% each year, right? And to take such a giant step back in your pay, it would be horrifying if you worked a job like this. So they're basically saying like, oh, we've determined that you guys, you make too much, you know, and we're gonna lower your reimbursement. And it's terrible because it's not even it's not my full amount that I charge for private pay for people who are paying out of pocket. It's it's still a good like 30% less than that, and I'm taking a pay cut by even taking UnitedHealthcare clients. My going rate is, I get paid from a lot of people way more than I get for UnitedHealthcare clients, but I like to make myself accessible to my community. And when people have healthcare insurance, they want to be able to use it. And so that's why I take United. A lot of people, they wouldn't be able to afford me without United, so that's just me trying to be more available. And they had us by the short and curlies because we all, got our clients on there, and some of them have care that's going to take, an indefinite period of time more. So we all agree to one rate, put our clients on there, we started billing through there, and then all of the services after that, they've just negotiated down 5%, after we put our clients on the portal. So that's UnitedHealthcare for you, right there. That's my experience. My other experience with them just recently, and I can't go into too much detail because of client confidentiality, but I'm paneled with UnitedHealthcare. I'm paneled with Medicare. I am specifically paneled with UnitedHealthcare Medicare Advantage, right? All three. And I have tried to pre-qualify some potential clients for therapy by getting their insurance verified, and have been rejected for odd reasons, right? And this is recently. And one of them, the rejection said that while the client had coverage, that I wasn't paneled. And I'm like, no, I am specifically paneled with you. Like, look at this. And so then I get it back that, yeah, they're paneled, and you're paneled, and their coverage is with us, but they're going to have to call and get their rates themselves. And I'm like, this is BS. I'm trying to take this client from like portal to portal, because I'm getting different types of rejections from United Healthcare Medicare Advantage, and it's like, I would describe the process of getting someone pre-verified so that you don't end up charging someone your full rate to somebody who can't afford it. The process is like trying to run into the defensive line of a football team to get into the end zone of finding out the information, right? It's like UnitedHealthcare exists to throw weird wrenches, spanners into the workings. And I have personally lost 2 potential clients to the fact that I could not verify their insurance information, even though I am paneled with all of the different ways that their insurance could have gone through. Just recently. And sometimes it's a matter of, well, if it's taking weeks for me to try to figure out something, they're going to find another clinician, and find a different way to get therapy. Maybe go talk to their barber, talk to their priest, or maybe the occasion for needing therapy will be over. But because of UnitedHealthcare's errant responses and horrible response time, I lost I lost clients as a clinician because I just, I want to take their insurance and I'm paneled through them. But if I can't verify somebody's insurance and that it's going to go through with them paying a low copay, I'm not going to lead them into having sessions with me, and then I bill, and then they get charged like a rate larger than my self-pay rate by the insurance company because their coverage was not good, or it was invalidated in some way, or some other mix-up happened with the company. I'm not going to do that. So I want it in writing before I start. They're going to have good coverage. And when I can't get that, I'm going to lose the client. So I do know that UnitedHealthcare has problems in denying care to people. And if you look at what happened with the clearinghouse problem that happened earlier in the year that I've already made videos about, that was directly related to UnitedHealthcare as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to clean up there. And I will say that I have a lot of forgiveness for everybody who callously responds to this murder. But the people whose callousness that I find it the hardest to stomach are actually the people who went on with the shareholders meeting that the CEO was trying to attend. When that shareholders meeting started on time and they didn't skip a beat, and when their CEO was just murdered, that's some next level callousness. So everybody who's spreading memes, have your laugh, get over it, reflect on this whole situation, and maybe try to be an agent for change, and lobbying for situations to not get to the point where if a CEO of a health insurance company gets murdered, we're all like either just not caring or happy about it, even in the Schadenfreude way. And also, please stop calling these people insurance providers. I'm a provider. I'm a therapist. Actually giving care. These are insurance companies, and when they called themselves providers as if they're giving the care, when they're actually just like rapacious middlemen who make billions and billions of dollars off of people being in the position where they need care. Part of the problem is the newspeak, the euphemisms that we use, like Sammy Jenkins using unalived in my comments section. Part of the problem is that we allow our language to be changed by people who don't want to hear certain terms, and they're a company and they're a corporation, but they're not providers. They want you to use the word provider so that you feel the warm fuzzies about them that you would for your doctor, your dentist, your therapist. But we should be more mindful of the way that we say things, and maybe more mindful of what we're laughing about. Hope you enjoyed this video, Sammy. Spread it to 5 more people, Sammy, because I'm probably going to get 5 less views because everybody's talking about this stuff. But yeah.